The 20th Dubai World Cup is almost upon us, meaning that the world's richest race has produced 19 spellbinding winners so far. But what did they do after their moment of glory in the desert? Let's find out, starting with the inaugural winner Sagar, who brought Nad Al-Sheba to a standstill in 1996.
Sagar on the far side is digging deep. He's finding Pretty the champ, and Sagar goes on to win the Dubai World Cup.
Sagar raced 6 more times after his World Cup victory, winning 3 of them, most notably the Grade 1 Woodward Stakes at Belmont. His racing career ended in October after the Breeders' Cup Classic, where he was 3rd to Alphabet Soup. That 3rd place cost him the chance to be the first horse to win $10 million. Sagar remained America's top prize money earner until 2008 Dubai World Cup winner Curlin surpassed him. A 75% share of Sagar was sold to Coolmore Stud, equating to an approximate value of $25 million. Retired to Ashford Stud in Kentucky, he proved to be infertile, and so spent the rest of his life at the horse park, entertaining fans from across the world until his death in October last year. 1997 was Dali homebred Singspiel's year.
Mohammed wins the Dubai World Cup with Singspiel.
After his World Cup victory in April, Singspiel headed straight to Epsom to take the Coronation Cup, en route to winning the Juddmonte International in August. He retired back to Dalham Hall and had 13 successful seasons at stud. One of his most notable achievements was siring the 2003 Dubai World Cup winner Moon Ballard, thus becoming the only World Cup victor to produce another winner of the great race. It was another American victory in the 1998 Dubai World Cup, with Bob Baffert's Silver Charm taking the prize. Afterwards, Silver Charm went on to race 9 more times, winning 4 of them, before becoming the only Dubai World Cup winner to come back the following year to defend his crown. Sadly, it was not to be, and he finished 6th. He was retired to stud at Three Chimneys Farm in Kentucky, and stood for 5 seasons, before moving to Japan prior to the 2005 breeding season. He moved back to the bluegrass of Kentucky at the end of last year, to dazzle fans at Old Friends. The 4th renewal of the World Cup was won by Sheikh Hamdan's homebred Almuta Wakal, who continued racing for another season before retiring to Derrinstown Stud in Ireland. He spent 7 seasons at stud before he passed away in 2007 at the age of 12. The race that turned the century saw Godolphin's champion Dubai Millennium produce arguably the best ever World Cup victory.
This is the wonder horse. Dubai Millennium is coming home well clear in the Millennium Dubai World Cup. What a performance! Dubai Millennium wins it!
After scorching home in the world's richest race, the aptly named Dubai Millennium headed to Royal Ascot to claim the Prince of Wales Stakes. Sheikh Mohammed clearly considered Dubai Millennium the greatest racehorse in the world and sought to race him against Monjou. A duel was proposed, but as fate would play it, Dubai Millennium suffered a lateral condylar fracture whilst in training, ending his racing days, but saving his second career reserved for him at stud. He retired to Dalham Hall in Newmarket, where he commanded a £100,000 stud fee. Grass sickness took the horse much too early, but his legacy lives on through his brilliant son Dubawi, the fastest sire ever to reach 50 group winners. Bob Baffert's second World Cup came in 2001 with Captain Steve, who had won the Breeders' Cup Classic the year before. Upon retirement following his 4-year-old campaign, Captain Steve was sold to the Japan Racing Association for a reported $5 million, and he stood his entire breeding career in Japan. He died aged 16 as a result of acute heart failure. In 2002, it was Dali homebred Street Cry who treated his rivals with disdain, romping to victory in the Cup.
Street Cry is supreme! Street Cry wins it!
From the Dubai World Cup, he went on to win the Grade 1 Stephen Foster at Churchill, before a second in the Whitney at Saratoga in August, after which he retired to Jonabell in Kentucky. Street Cry proved to be a wonderful stallion, siring the likes of 2010 Horse of the Year Zenyatta, Melbourne Cup winner Shocking, and Kentucky Derby winner Street Sense. He died out in Australia at the end of last year, with 17 Northern Hemisphere Grade 1 winners. From 9 crops of racing age, Street Cry has been represented by progeny that have earned more than $85 million worldwide, including 6 champions and 49 graded stakes winners. As mentioned earlier, the 2003 World Cup was won by son of Singspiel Moon Ballad, who's now enjoying life back at home in the lush green paddocks of Kildangan Stud. Moon Ballad retired at the end of his 4-year-old campaign to stand at stud in Japan. Breeders' Cup Classic winner Pleasantly Perfect went on to run 3 more times after his success in the 2004 World Cup, before retiring to Lane's End Stud in Kentucky, where he stood until 2014. Pleasantly Perfect now spends his days at the Turkish National Stud. His successful stud career is represented by 16% stakes winners from starters and 4 graded stakes winners, including the top filly Shared Account.